Welcome into the Steeplechase Suite at the BoardWalk Inn. And we walk directly into the living area. As you can see, there's also a dining room area. This is a butler's pantry that has a full wet bar. They did call us about a week prior to ask what we would like inside that area. So we have a variety of different wines and champagne, as well as different coffee for our Nespresso. This is the area that is like a guest suite. And the funny thing is that I noticed that on the screen it said, "Congratulations, Terry and Heather," when it should have said Terry and Beth. And so I was the first one to notice that. And that's why everybody was looking at the screens laughing. And it's because it is quite funny. My sister-in-law is named Heather. And so my brother and sister-in-law would actually be in the suite for the week. This is their bathroom, and they have a handicap accessible shower as well as a tub shower in their room and a very large spacious closet. So there's my sister-in-law Heather as she's looking at the screen herself and laughing. So they're going to actually call me back into the butler's pantry. As you can see, the long view from one end of the suite to the other. And they're showing me all the different things that are inside the wine refrigerator that they have. And there's also another refrigerator to the left that held things such as soft drinks and water. As we walk back into the living space, you can see there is a table specifically for chess. Terry's walking through and he's turning on all the lights for me. A lot of the fixtures are new. They just done a whole revamp of this space, repainted certain things, replaced the carpeting, as well as did a whole revamp of their bathrooms, as you'll see here shortly. So if you go back to YouTube and you start looking at some of the older versions of this room, you'll see there's a huge difference. This is the master suite. Terry did go and fix that, by the way, and it did flip over like about an hour later. There's a vanity. Here is the master closet. Had a lot of closet space and had mirrors on each end. And that mirror on that end right there is actually one that can be moved, so you can actually have a 180 view of yourself while you're standing here. This is one of the major overhauls in this bathroom, is this whole vanity space. The tub is the same, but is a beautiful tub, beautiful walk-in shower. I really like the aesthetics of this bathroom, and also like their soap products as well as their lotion. So yes, they did a great job with the overhaul. The only complaint I would have would be that door that you're getting ready to see right there. It is not a solid door, so if anybody was in the bathroom with a light on, it will glare into the bedroom if anybody's in that bed. We're getting ready to walk out onto the patio. This is the actual patio that oversees the boardwalk for the entire suite. And our guest room actually has their own balcony as well. So here's our view while we stayed at the boardwalk. And it was a beautiful day to start our celebration. Here are some details inside the suite itself. This is a new rug. They have a couple of these rugs. As you can see, there's like an overlay of like a roller coaster theme inside these rugs. And as we walk along inside of one of the sitting areas, I'm kind of going to go over a lot of the little knickknacks that they have sitting on the shelves here. Some of them you could actually look at and play with. And they had a lot of coffee table books as well. That there is a metal, look like an old toy, maybe back in the 60s or 70s. I called it a tetanus nightmare. And it didn't really function, but it was just there for looks. And a lot of the books and other items on the shelves were along that Coney Island theme as it applies to the Steeplechase Park in Coney Island, which is where this room got the name from my understanding. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So a lot of the pictures were based around the Coney Island theme. This is a neat little Ferris wheel of pictures as it applies to Coney Island. And a lot of the boxes and some of the books and what I was getting ready to say earlier, the knickknacks are actually glued down to the shelves. So there's not a lot that you could actually pick up for obvious reasons. They don't want things to kind of end up going and walking away. But for the most part, a lot of the books you can pick up and read. But the boxes, like you see there, that was sealed shut. And some of the other items, other boxes that you see, as well as the other trinket boxes, were also sealed shut. So yes, they lean really heavy into the Steeplechase Park, Coney Island theme. And one of the neater items that I did see was this music box. This is a music box. The carousel still moves around, but there is no longer the ability to actually get it to play. But I did look underneath of it, and it does have the music still attached to it. Here's a closer look at the Christmas tree inside of the suite. It was a carousel-themed tree along with hot air balloons, and it was really quite adorable. It sat in a small corner, and we were able to keep it on the entire time we were there, and it just gave it a really good festive feel for this time of year. So this is basically our suite. Thank you so much for taking the time to view this, and stay tuned. There is more to come.